everyone. Today we're going to learn a very important and fun topic in math, which is fraction. The title of this presentation is What is Fraction? My name is Talenta Fantoni Christie, and I will be your presenter for today. Let's begin. First, what is fraction? A common or simple fraction is a fraction of the form. The example is A over B. A is called the numerator, which tells us how many parts we have. And B is the denominator, which tells us how many equal parts make up of the whole, where A is an integer and B is a counting number. So there are two types of fraction. The first type is proper fraction. It means if the numerator, which is A, is smaller than denominator, which is B, so it called proper fraction. The example is like 3 over 4. Next, the second type is improper fraction. It means if the numerator, which is A, is larger than the denominator, which is B, we can call it improper fraction. The example is like 5 over 2. So, a fraction is said to be simplified when the numerator and denominator, or A and B, have no common factor other than 1. So, we can also define a fraction is represent a part of a whole or part of a set of objects. We see fraction in everyday life, like when we share a pizza or divide fruit. So we can understanding fraction becomes more easier when we connect them with real life situation. For example, we can look at this apple. A fraction is a way to show that something is divided into equal parts. In the left side, we see the whole apple. It is complete and hasn't been divided. Next, in the middle, the apple is cut in half. So now there are two equal parts and each part is called 1/2. So next, the apple is cut into more pieces, like 3 equal parts. Okay, each piece is called 1/3. So finally, when we look from the top, so we see how the whole apple has been split equally, and that's how we get fraction from real objects. So a fraction tells us how many equal parts we have and how many parts are taken. For example, if we have one apple and we eat one out of 4 parts, so we can say we eat 1/4 of the apple. For example, if we eat 2 parts, so we can say we eat 2/4, which is the same as 1/2, right? Next. Okay, next is sharing equally. Fractions are made when something is divided into smaller parts or groups. The simplest way to divide up something is to share it out equally. So, for the example, as in the following picture, it have 8 strawberries. So, for example, a group of 8 strawberries can be shared out equally in 3 ways: into group of 1, into group of 2, or into group of 4. So, this is how the things is defined. The first picture, we can see if we divide 8 strawberries into 8 equal parts, so each part gets 1 strawberry. Second, if we divide them into 4 equal parts, each part gets 2 strawberries. There's 2, 2, 2, 2. It's 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, until 8. And the last one, if we divide them into 2 equal parts, so each part gets 4 strawberries. There's 4 and there's 4. So this picture shows that fraction help us to describe how things are divided. Right? So next, halves and quarters. A fraction represents one more equal parts of a whole. So a half is one of 2 equal parts of a whole. A quarter is 1 over 4 equals parts of a whole. We can see dividing up. If we have pizza, this pizza has been divided into these 2 equal parts and makes 2 halves, and into 4 equal parts to make 4 quarters. So 1/2 means 1. Okay, means 1 out of 2 equal parts, written as 1 over 2. 1/4 means 1 out of 4 equal parts. This is written 1 over 4, written some fraction. So did you notice that fractions are written using two numbers separated by a line, right? For example, 1/4, which is one of four equal parts, right? 1/4 is one of four equal parts, as written as 1 over 4. This is the numerator. Numerator is the number on the top. It tells how many parts are taken. The second is the denominator is the number on the bottom. It tells how many equal parts there are. So next is adding halves. So fraction can be added together to make bigger. If we adding two halves, for the example, if I drink 1/2 of a glass of juice and then I drink again another 1/2. So now I have one whole glass. Why? Because 1/2 plus 1/2, it's 2 over 2, right? It means one whole. So that's why if I drink 1/2 and I drink again 1/2, I have finished 1/2 of glass. Next, adding or lots of halves. So what if we add more halves? In the previous, we add two halves. So what if we add more halves? In this picture, we have 5/1/2 of avocado, right? The first two half, we can make this one whole. We can make this one. Another next two half can make it another one. So now we have 1/2 left. We have one whole, we have one whole, and we have 1/2. So one whole plus one whole, it makes the total is two. Two whole. Then the 1/2 is written like this. So if we're adding five halves together, we make two whole and 1/2. So in the previous discussion, we have two whole and 1/2. It's called mixed number, or it's written as a mixed number. Then we can say it is 2 and 1/2. Mixed number is a whole number and fraction. The 2 is the number part or the whole part, and the 1/2 is the fractional part. So we can read this as 2 and 1/2. So we want to learn about saying a fraction. So this fraction is called 1/2. This fraction is called 1/3. This fraction is called 1/4. And this fraction is called 5/6 with an ordinary number. Or we can call this like 5/6. This fraction, if we have fraction like this is 22 plus x. And all over 7. All of this is over by 7. Next, this is mixed number. We have 13 and 3/4. So we can say it 13 and 3/4. And then we have the decimal fraction. It's called 0.3 or 0.3. And then the next one is this 3.056. And then the third one is 273.856. Next is fraction quiz. So the first question is, how many parts is this pizza divided into? So we can count it. 1, 2, 3. There is 3 parts. So the answer is 3 parts. Question number 2. Which pizza is divided into 7? We can count like the previous question. 1 is 3 parts, right? 3 is 2 parts. So 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. So which pizza is divided into 7 is number 2. Question number 3. Which is the correct unit fraction for this pizza? We can count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It have 5 parts. So we can call this part as 1 over 5. So it means this. So the answer is 1 over 5. Next. So this is the question about adding subtraction. The first one is the watermelon. 6/2 of watermelon. So the first, we can make 2 half into one whole. This one, and this 2 is 1, this 2, this 1. So we can plus, right? 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So the watermelon have 3 holes. Next, the orange, where we can count with same step. This is we have 1/2, one whole. This is one whole too. This is another whole, and we have one left of 1/2. So if we add fraction, We have 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 half is 3, 3, 1 half. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for the attention and participation. So now I hope you understand about the fraction better, and see you next time.